Hey, I'm just here to do another reaction. Yeah, some of my reaction videos have gone down pretty well. Last one that I did, somebody asked me to do a reaction to this Rata Blanca. Let's just see if I can find the name again. La Leyenda. Oh, sorry, try and say it properly. Um, La Leyenda del Hada el Mago. La Leyenda del Hada el Yile. Yeah. Yeah, the legend of the fairy and the wizard, apparently, and Rata Blanca is White Rat. Now, this is actually a heavy metal band. I didn't realize that. I thought I was going to be getting suggestions to do, other kind of world music kind of stuff. Because I thought the stuff I'd reacted to before was kind of like Argentinian rock, but this is an actual, it's kind of like a hard rock heavy metal band, again from Argentina, still going apparently. There are quite a lot of albums. Looking at their Metal Archives page, I can't bother to count them all, but they've had a heck of a lot of albums. I'm not too sure what release this one was on, whether it was a single or what. I can't see it here, and I can't bother to. Oh no, it's a single from 1990. There you go. I've just found it. That was rather handy. It's a 1990 single. This one. So I'm just going to do a reaction to it now with the reaction to non-English language videos. And a few people saying I talk too much. I should shut up and let the music play. Not always voiced in the best way, to be honest. It's like shut up, shut up. That kind of, which is fair enough. I talk to. I think what it is because I talk over it, and I suppose people try and listen to the music, and also because English is not necessarily their first language, where I'm talking over the music, it makes it harder to understand me. So I'm going to try and either pause it, or I'm not sure if I want to pause it up midway through the song and talk about it, or whether wait to the end and then give my reaction to it. I think if I wait to the end before I give my reaction, I'm probably going to forget what I wanted to say. So I'm probably going to have to pause it every now and again to talk about it. I hope that's not the wrong way of doing it. I hope people don't mind me doing it that way, but I think that makes the most sense for me. So I'm going to find you the video and do a reaction to it. All right, here we go. Right, pause it for a second just to say something about it. So the video is quite interesting with the images. I'm guessing this is a fan-made video rather than an actual official video. Just looks like some images of like magic and fairies and stuff. Music, yeah, this is sort of standard sort of power metal, hard rock kind of stuff. I was kind of like looking more forward to doing reactions to music that I wasn't sort of familiar with. Yeah, when it comes to heavy metal, I'm much more into the heavier stuff. This kind of stuff is a bit too light for my normal taste, but it's a good enough, catchy little tune so far. I like the fact I can't understand what they're saying. Even reading the lyrics along, kind of can make guesswork as to what they're talking about. But I do like this, like the sound of foreign languages being sung. So because it's not what words that I'm used to, it's kind of gives it a more melodic kind of feeling because I don't know what they're saying. But something about the way the words are said, it just sounds like different kind of, I don't know, different kind of vibe because of the fact I can't understand it.
En
that's a massively long soloing going on there, wasn't it? Sorry to disturb it for you people who were getting off on that, but that was a cool guitar solo. You've got to respect that solo. I'm just getting the impression, I can't work out what the lyrics are saying, but it kind of feels to me like it's going to be like the wizard falls in love with the fairy. They have a relationship, and it's going to end up tragically. I'm sure it's going to end tragically. I don't know. I just get the vibe, but that's, it kind of feels like a classic kind of story tale, like a myth where like two people who shouldn't fall in love, and it ends up with a tragic ending. That's what I'm guessing anyway. But let's get back to the song. Sorry for disturbing it every now and again. I guess the ending. I guess there's a big coming up at the end there. It's kind of a classic ending. I like that sort of like when the solo came back on again. It felt like it had a heavier kind of tone to it. Like it was like a more kind of some of I think it was the rhythm guitar in the back sounded like it was a more heavy kind of riff, like a more down-tunedy kind of riff, while the solo was going over top of it. It gave it like an element of, like, I don't know, maybe sad. Not this. It's like it was just a different tone. Like maybe thinking like maybe it was suggestive of the fact that it hadn't had a happy ending. The only words I recognise like amour, which I'm guessing is love, and so I'm guessing he fell in love. But I don't know. I just got a feeling there was going to be a sad ending to it, and the way that second. The later solo came in over a heavier sounding guitar tone to my ears, made me think it was like a bad ending for some reason. Like it seemed more angry, like maybe the love had finished, or maybe one of the other no longer loved the other. Something like that. Fairies can be quite fickle. Maybe the fairy decided that she didn't love the wizard after all, and he was just a dalliance, and he wasn't happy with it. Who knows? Perhaps one of them ended up killing the other one. I'm not too sure what happened in the lyrics there. Maybe it was a happy ending, but heavy metal doesn't always rarely has happy endings in heavy metal, does it? We always go to the darker side. Maybe not so much in the power metal stuff. It's a little bit less dark and tragic than the death, thrash, doom kind of stuff. But yeah, that was a pretty cool track. I enjoyed that. It was so not 100% my cup of tea. I much prefer the heavier stuff. But who doesn't enjoy a little bit of guitar fret, like masturbation, whatever you want to call it, guitar fret, gymnastics. Yeah, and the singing was cool. yeah, it could have been like I say to be 100% my heavy metal cup of tea, it would have to have been a lot heavier and crunchier. But yeah, no, it was cool. It was good, good track, interesting. I'd be interested in finding out what the actual story. If you know what the actual story was of the lyrics, do they have an happy ending? Did the magician and the fairy end up getting married? I know fairy folk can be quite. There's lots of stories of like people falling in love with fairy folk, and the fairy folk not necessarily maliciously or capriciously, but sometimes it just ends up going wrong. Like they might fall asleep in the fairy circle and wake up 100 years later, and like or their family have died. That kind of crazy sort of myths and folk tales like that. But yeah. Interesting song. Thanks for the suggestion of that one. If you want to suggest me anything new, I do heavy metal, but my sort of taste for heavy metal are normally for the heavier end. I'm like looking for world music, kind of like stuff that's completely outside of my normal listening kind of comfort zone. That's the kind of stuff that's going to blow my mind. I don't know, yeah, like the kind of the cumbia and stuff like that I heard before. But yeah, no, I'll react to anything if people watch it. I'm cheap and easy like that. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, or you got any more suggestions of how I should do the videos. People did say I spoke too much, but I thought they meant I spoke over the music too much. At least I hope that's what they were saying. It could just be that I've got a big mouth and I should shut up. But the idea though is like if you want to just watch the song, you can go and watch it elsewhere. You want to watch my reaction, I've got to react to it and say things. But I don't know. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about in the future, or what songs you'd like me to check out in the future. And yeah, cheers. Till next time.